Hi, you got Score Chaser here, and welcome to a Let's Play of Apparently I Hate Myself. I'm going to be collecting raw footage of Ghosts and Goblins for a future project that I'm working on. If you've been following our main channel at Thabo Meerkat, you'll know that I have been planning on doing a series called Revenge on Childhood, where I take down the games that took me down as a child. The first game that I'm tackling on this list is Ghosts and Goblins, so we are going to go through this game together and suffer. So let's get this started. What you just saw was one of the most iconic openings to a retro game. I mean, yeah, there's the common joke, her, they were having sex in a graveyard, but when you come down to it, wow, that was a fast zombie, they were in the graveyard in their skivvies. Well, at least our hero was. Why was he in his underwear? In a graveyard? I mean, come on. What I'm doing now, besides getting hit by zombies, is I'm trying to get the knife. And anyone that's familiar with retro games is very familiar with James Rolfe's work, the Angry Video Game Nerd, and his coverage of Ghosts and Goblins, and the meme that came from that channel and that video, get the knife, get the knife. Well, he's got a very good point. The knife is the best weapon in the game, and you need the knife to succeed. Up until the point where you need the shield, then you have to get the shield. Throughout my videos, I'm expecting a lot of people to draw comparisons to the Angry Video Game Nerd and other people that have covered Ghosts and Goblins, or at least gaming in general, but it's gotten to the point where it is really hard to come up with something new to say about these games. So I am going to tell you that, yes, I was heavily inspired by a lot of YouTubers that have covered these games in the past, and I plan to just kind of add to it. It's kind of hard to not talk about the same kind of things, especially with Ghosts and Goblins, because this game is notorious for being unfair. This Ghosts and Goblins was one of the games that I got when I originally got my NES. Back in Christmas of 1990, I was 5 years old, and this was the very first game I played on the NES. So I do have that in common with James Rolfe. So I can kind of understand his pain that this was my first exposure to the system. Was a man running around in red underoos, dying a lot. As a kid, I never was able to beat the first boss of this game, and I just got killed by a screaming pig in a blanket. The first boss in this is called a unicorn, and yeah, it totally looks like a unicorn. Have to pardon me, in between deaths, I'm drinking a combination of Dr. Pepper and Captain Morgan, because this game just has a way of just getting under your skin, and it's my chill-out juice. But as a kid, I've never gotten past the first level. I actually never got past the first level until about my mid-20s. And then just stuff got bad from there, and it just stayed there. But thankfully, there are unlimited continues. So I pick up where I left off, and I have the knife. Normally now, I can get past the first level without really dying. I'll get hit, but I can beat it without dying. It's just difficult to play a game and talk at the same time. There will come times where I will stop talking because I will need to stop talking. Those things are so annoying. The ghost of used condoms. Okay, here's our unicorn, and that's a bad position for that thing to be in. It almost killed me. And there we go. Ha! Get the key. Gets his armor, he's all ecstatic, and the next one. That tune and just the scrolling of the map screen will forever be burned into my retinas from the many, many years of trying to beat this game, getting frustrated and stopping. That tune, too, that's the kind of thing of nightmares. This part right here is one of the absolute worst. Not counting level 4. Jumping helps. Not counting level 4 where it's just nothing but a slog of red devils back to back to back to back. But this part in general is really a pain in the butt. Got some audio distortion. Don't know where that's coming from. It's important to kill as many of these from the far screen as you can, because it makes your descent downward all the easier. But going through that, I'm going to turn up my volume a little bit. No, it was all the way up. I'm currently playing this on my cell phone, as I currently lack a computer because I am 1,000 miles away from where I actually live, where my computer and stuff is, so I've only got my phone to work with. Ha! Ha. I apologize for the audio distortion that's going on. I don't know what's causing that. Whether it's the emulator I'm using or my phone, I don't know. I will try and make it better for the next video. That sounds horrible. Yeah, that was going to happen. Don't go up this ladder because it will make a torch appear at this ladder that I'm heading towards, and the torch is like the worst thing that can happen to you in this game. It's worse than the lance. You only get 2 shots with it, and you have to wait for the fires to disappear before you can do anything with it. The boss of this level is 2 consecutive unicorns. The unicorns are not that difficult, especially after... because I've been to the final levels of the game. I beat this game about a year or so ago. Man, those cheap ass. Oh, take a shot. Unfortunately, that is not a continue point. I have to go through that slog of troll goblins all over again. Hooray for me. Yep. And I started off at the wrong spot. As I said, I'm going to try and make some new observations about this game that I'm going to try and turn it down, see if that helps. I'm going to try and make some new observations about this game that I haven't heard. Because, yeah, the whole sex in the graveyard thing, everyone's talked about that. But not a whole lot of people have talked about other aspects, and I don't know if I want to share my insights, because, or at least some of them, because some of them are jokes that I want to save for my video, which will start this is the start of the actual production of that video, because I'm going to be using the raw footage from these playthroughs for that video. So what you are seeing is the start of that series, which I'm hoping becomes, you know, somewhat of a success or anything odd. Hi, Thabo. Hi, good to see you. I forgot to turn off my Do Not Disturb mode. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to do that now. So, come on. So, please, forgive me on that. Oh, jeez. I can't find where... There it is. Do not disturb. Thank you. Okay. I will most likely cut that out because it is just too funny to leave in. I don't know. But as I said, I'm going to try and make my own observations about this game, but after so many people have talked about this game, especially really popular YouTubers talking about this game, it's really hard to find things new to talk about because everyone pretty much that's interested in retro games has seen those videos and knows those memes. I am going to let one small one slip right here. If anyone is familiar with the Sean Connery movie Zardoz, sugar, sugar, sugar. That's what you look like as Arthur when you've been stripped of your armor. Just wearing a red diaper. And that's it. Because in the movie Zardoz, he played as a man wearing nothing but a red diaper and a revolver, running around. If you haven't seen Zardoz, you need to see it. It's a shit show. Pardon my language. It's a horrible movie. I don't recommend anyone to see it other than the fact of how bad it is. It's just one of those things that is so bad that it's good. Kind of like Fun in Balloon Land or The Hand of Manos, Sharknado, Birdemic, any of those crap films. It's a crap film. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it was basically breeding was controlled, and there's a dome of... Wow, awesome. I'm doing excellent, and there's a dome of people separated from the wilderness, the barbarians, and the barbarians are controlling the breeding of other people. I forget the exact terms or whatever, but Zardoz is this god figure. He is a floating stone head that vomits guns out of his mouth, saying, "The gun is good, the penis is bad." It's bad. If you just look up that scene alone, it'll be worth your time to see Sean Connery walking around in red diaper with nothing but a revolver and this huge-ass mustache. It's a sight to behold. But my intention is to at least get past the frickin' second level, because otherwise you're going to see me here for a little bit, because... As I said, dealing with these trolls are difficult because you have the ravens like that come up. They'll come up from the left or they'll come up from the right when you really need to focus your fire on the troll things. But they'll come up and they'll keep hitting you. But we're gonna do this together, you and I. How many of you are watching? Probably a handful at this point. This channel is just launching. I'm not expecting too many people to be watching this at the start. I'm having fun. It's about fun. We're having fun right now, yes, you and I? Let's have fun. Let's kill some stuff, die a bunch, and laugh a lot, yeah? I mean, that's what gaming's supposed to be about. It's about having fun. Ghosts and Goblins isn't fun, but other games are. Like, I would love to be playing something like Dr. Mario or Tetris Attack or... possibly Resident Evil, or, anything right now. But I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins because I need to play Ghosts and Goblins. And screw you, Bird. If I could sum up Ghosts and Goblins with one word, it would be cheap. This game is cheap because it was made during the days of arcade quarter goblin games like Pac-Man and Ghosts and Goblins. It's just stuff that was specifically... Frickin' Bird, that was made to suck you out of your allowance. And that's what this game is. And for whatever reason, they decided to continue that on to the home console market as a means of extending playtime. Don't make a long game, make a hard game. That was basically the rhetoric of gaming back then. But, a part of me misses stuff like this, where this is what games were. They were simple, they weren't easy, but they were easy to play, but not easy to master. Like Ghosts and Goblins.